Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Rupert and Rich, and what they're going to be demonstrating for us today on video is Rupert's ability to understand and respond to his formal obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivations that we give him when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and I mean little correction because Rupert's a soft-hearted guy. It's a little tug and release on his training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Now Rupert is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is nothing more than proper leash walking, and incorporated into that exercise is an automatic sit. So they're going to take off heeling. The command is Rupert heel. And at this point he has a job to do, and that is to stay next to your left leg when walking. Not forging ahead, not lagging behind, not biting at your hands or your clothes. And matching pace with you. So if you turn, he should turn. When you stop, he should sit. And I know Rupert's had training in the past. We could tell that without even reading your registration form. But he's a very smart boy and he's very soft. Now the next command is your sit stay. He's an older dog, so his focus and self-control should be stretched. So you want to leave him in a sit stay, go to the end of your leash. And in regulation, a sit stay is 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him back to heel where they started. Rich is using a clicker and an occasional treat to keep him motivated. But absolutely no pulling, no biting of hands or clothes, because he knows he's working. So if you keep these commands, which are very, very well ingrained, and you practice with him at home, you're going to get better responses. So Rich is going to leave him in another sit stay, and this is how we practice the C-O-M-E. Rich will use his name, he lightens his tone of voice, he uses his leash as a guide, and he's been taught to come and sit, not come and launch himself at you. Now I'm sure there's going to be some launching going on tomorrow when he sees you after 3 weeks. And you can see that he and Rich have a good rapport and they like working together. Rich will demonstrate that recall exercise again for us. He leaves him in a stay. He goes the full extent of his 6 feet. Then he uses his name on this command, lightens his tone of voice, and makes it pleasurable for him to come. Lots of praise for a good come. And you can see Rupert's happy doing this. His tail's wagging. He's focused on Rich. This is your down and stay. And just like with anything else, if you don't use these commands, they get rusty. He starts taking over, which is not uncommon for the breed. But he knows them, and he allows Rich to walk all the way around him back to heel position. And he's got a lot of eye contact. He's paying attention to Rich. You see him look up and wait for that click. You're down stay again. This time, instead of returning back to Rupert, Rich will call him out of that. And your long down stay can be for up to 5 minutes. And you can practice that right in your living room. I'm trying to keep up with him here with the camera. Yeah. Now the next command that Rich will demonstrate is the down from a distance. So you leave him in a sit stay. This is the only time that you use your right hand to give the command, and he downs from a distance. We have really enjoyed having Rupert. He's an extremely nice young man. One of the nicer of his breed that we've seen. He's pleasant, he's cooperative, he likes to learn. Rich calls him in and out of that. Beautiful sit. So we have demonstrated for you some of Rupert's new skills. We'll be here tomorrow to answer any questions that you might have. He's done a great job. We're very proud of him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training.